Want more Marvel? Digging DC? Looking for the latest in nerd news? We got it all and more. This is
Distance Nerding.
We're talking about anything pop culture, movies, music, food, wrestling, whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it. The Distance Nerding podcast celebrates all things you nerd out on. More nerd news, less nerd negativity. Each week, join young Phil and Jamez 5000 as they discuss what's new in the nerd world and get your voice heard in the Facebook group, The Distance Nerdington Post. Grab some tacos, hold on to your butts, and strap in for the ride. You are now listening to Distance Nerding.
Hey! What is up, everyone? What's up, Ezra? What's up, Phoenix?
What's up? What's up?
See, for everyone that is tuned in at this very moment, I promise you, I told you I did not bury her underneath the porch. She is not in the backyard. She is still with us. We're happy to have you back. Yay!
It's good to be back. It's good to be home. Oh my gosh, I miss all of you guys. It's been torture being away. But
I know we didn't really get too much into your medical, what you were dealing with, but people may have to take a little easy on Phoenix tonight. She may have a little bit of breathing issues, so if you hear her huffing and puffing, just pretend she just ran a marathon.
No.
Hey, it's Tony. What is up, Tony?
Hi.
Saber got me in the house. I'm sorry, you were saying.
In fact, I think you and I might do a little chatting extra tonight. Might be a very different episode, which, it's always Saber Rattle when something is a little different about our episodes, right?
Right. There's always, I don't know, it's been really weird. This whole, he is amazing. We are very, very fortunate to have Phoenix on the show. This whole last month, it's like every episode has been plagued by something. So we are going to work on getting things back on track and get this train back on its rails. And we have exciting new things too. We have Phoenix was just talking just before the show, but we are working on a second show right now, which will be on Pig Stand. And it will not be like Saber Rattle at all. Oh, no, my friends. This is not for the faint of heart.
It's also not for kitties.
Or the innocent of ear.
No kid is innocent nowadays. We all have access to the internet.
Hey, you know what? I just don't want to get sued over it.
We'll have a 17 plus thing up here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yes, our new show will be called Kyber Cave After Dark. And we are going to be talking about very, very different subjects. They will not just be Saber-related subjects. They will be all kinds of things. But it will definitely not be a family show. That's for sure.
We might even drop some cuss words. You never know.
Ooh. Haven't heard those on this show.
Oh, my.
Oh, no.
All righty. Hey, last week we had some technical difficulties. And we were not able to get our fantastic flow of the show in, but I think we were able to do that this week, right?
We are, yes.
Woo!
Here goes.
Literally fire. That was Eric Tsai, and I believe that was from Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
I believe so.
That is our third. James corrected me over the last show. That is our third international flow that we've had. We've had one from London. Where? Oh my goodness! James told me who our other one was from. Was it Iceland?
Iceland or Greenland? I don't remember.
A flow artist, yeah. And then this one was from Taiwan.
Iceland, Greenland.
Named
don't
completely
make-
different things.
Don't make us all look like stupid Americans. We're better than that, damn you.
Language.
So, anyways, I want to thank James Kaiser, as always, aka Darth Cephalus, the master of the holocrons and the videotapes. He brings us a fantastic flow artist every week. When we have technical difficulties or when things don't come through, sometimes you'll see him on. He was on last week, of course, an amazing, amazing flow artist. But that was Eric Tsai. Woo!
Woo! Oh, and by the way, happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
I went and got Funkos.
Oh, wait, which ones do you have? That's the Stormtrooper. Which
BB-8
one?
and Stormtrooper.
So BB-8
Oh,
and the Stormtrooper.
dude, I want the Wally one so bad.
I want the Deadpool one. The Deadpool one looks amazing.
That's out at Hot Topic right now.
I know. I saw it. I don't have money.
Yeah, well, these are important things. Speaking of not having money, we move into our new spot June 15th. Yay! Kyber Cave will be starting afresh. We will be moving all of our things from here, but we are still going to be in this location, so I don't want to confuse people. We will still have our 915 North Texas Street location. This store will only be open 3 days a week when we start having products. So storefront's still going to be closed for a couple of months. You're going to be seeing some transformations, but I've already prepaid like 5 months rent on our little spot too. So yes, believe me, I'm not buying any pops right now either.
This dude got me into pops.
Yeah.
It's like a gateway addiction.
Oh
What you got on those pops, man?
There's about 100-something pops next to me right now in boxes.
Yeah. Oh, is there?
Yes.
We brought all the stuff down from the store, so we started packing up the store.
Oh.
My wrist still hurts from Monday. We took our drill to your house or the warehouse, and I took all the benches in here apart by hand.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there was over 100 screws. And my wrist hurts.
Man, well, the Kyber Cave will be transforming, but we will still be here, everybody. So, hey, we are a couple of minutes. No, we're not. You know what? I always get messed up because this live ticker up here is 5 minutes fast. I don't know why it starts at the 5 minute point, but we're actually doing really good on time. Holy smokes. So, what do you think? Should we just go ahead and start with our first incredible guest? We're going to be switching things up on you tonight. We're changing our format a little. We're going to try things out. We are tonight going to try out, we're going to start doing our cosplay interviews at the top of the show and our main interview behind that. So
we're going to have like a little opener.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same. All we're doing is switching the two spots. We're putting cosplay first.
Yeah, but like what people do in concerts, have an opening band before the main band.
We actually, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I literally just got a message that our main guest is canceled tonight.
No.
So
They can't get on their cell phone?
no, they're having power outage issues.
Like at their house or something? Like the whole city's down or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I miss you guys too. I miss you guys. I miss you and Anthony too, Tina. Oh my god, dude. No, that sucks. Hey, you know what? Hey, what is the commander on? Tony, are you still watching? Tony, if you're still watching, we might have to bring Tony on and get an update on what's going on at Aiken.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that, dude? Tony is always a great person to have on the show.
Tony.
Tony, if you're still on, make sure to type in and let us know. It's I know. We are bummed out. I thought you meant, oh no, you can't do it. And yes, you can do it. Yay!
Can do.
I will send him a link right now.
All right.
Hey, Phoenix, do you want to do that?
No,
yeah.
Ezra, you go ahead and send Tony a link. We are going to go ahead and get into the next segment.
Awesome.
Groovy. So, Tony, we'll probably see you around the 35 mark or so. Got to get up to my laptop. Yeah, you're going to have like 20 minutes, my friend.
Yeah, you have time.
All right. So
alrighty.
Let's bring on our cosplay.
Wait, do you have like a intro for him?
Do I need it?
Well, I mean, if you don't, I have a little intro for him. I usually like to introduce my guests, make them feel like loved and appreciated. Our next cosplay artist, I am very excited to have on. Of course, I'm excited to have everybody on, but this person is somebody that I know personally, and I have known literally since the beginning of Kyber Cave. In fact, next month we are coming up. This month on the 27th, we are coming up on our 3-year anniversary of Kyber Cave. We were just talking before the show about an idea I have for a special T-shirt that I want to do for our 3-year anniversary. But this person I have known since we were in our very first little tiny itty bitty baby Kyber Cave. It was like about the size of the room that I'm sitting in now. Was like all of Kyber Cave.
It was tiny. There was.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, exactly. There was like what 30 sabers on. Not even.
I started with 21 Ultra Sabers and like 23 styles of like children's play sabers.
Yeah,
I had a lot of crap. But you know what? The crap kept the rent, paid the rent. The junk sabers paid the rent. You know, because we had to introduce Fairfield to what lightsabers were. So this guest was actually a cosplayer in the scene. And in fact, I'll tell you that he is probably one of, I would say, my mentors when it comes to cosplay, because before we started Kyber Cave, I literally knew nothing about the cosplay community. I knew that there were people that dressed up, but I didn't understand the cons or, you know, why people would spend money and do all these things. So this gentleman was the first one to introduce me to his group, and I was actually part of his group, Balance of the Force. Yes, and they accepted me because I didn't have a cool costume, but they loved me anyways. So I will always be in debt. Please give it up for Mr. Chris Lopez. Hey,
hello there.
Looking mighty sexy there.
I had time to switch a roof.
I'm digging the jacket, dude. I'm so jealous. I want to jump through the screen and snag it from you.
Right? This was originally what you wanted to do.
I know, see, but you know, you had to carry on the mantle. But you know what? If anybody can pull it off, it's definitely you.
Oh, thank you.
It's funny because you've got that Bail Organa Doku kind of like vibe going on together.
Ooh, you could totally do a clone or Boba Fett, dude.
You know, I've been told that. I just haven't gotten around to it
yet. So how are you doing tonight?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we are excited to have you on. I was telling everybody that you were one of the first people to introduce me to cosplay. I didn't even really know about this community and all of this before we had met. You were part of Balance of the Force. In fact, you were the one that introduced me to Chris Cope, who later became the shop manager for Kyber Cave.
Yeah.
And so our circles run deep.
Guy. I've known you from the beginning of time. In fact, I probably have 2 of your first 30 sabers. Here's one.
Yes.
We called this the Ark. Remember that?
Right.
Yeah. And then we have the classic Kyber Vader. This was Kevin's.
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
So this was his first Kyber Cave saber, really.
That is fantastic. So let me ask you, what is it about cosplay that does it for you? Well, why are you into cosplay?
In truth, I got recruited to do this stuff for charity events, and like I was more than happy to do anything for charity. And so And so that's kind of how it started for me, and it turned into a lot of fun, like building things and putting together costumes and taking toys and turning them into props, and then mainly, I guess it takes me back to where the I guess do you know the remember that one time that you asked me to grab a handful of people and do this birthday party for this kid?
Right.
At Fit for You or Fitness for You or something
Train
like that.
for Life.
Train for Life. Wow, that was way off. They're gonna hate me. but no, stuff like that, because the story that you told me, I was just amazed, and I said, okay, no, absolutely, I'll grab what I can, and then it turned out to be fantastic.
Right.
So it's things like that that actually got me into cosplay, in the spirit of bringing their favorite characters to life and things like that, and then when they finally see the characters, they're like, oh my gosh, this guy's standing right in front of me, and it's little things like that. I mean, I guess at the time, the first thing you guys talked me into doing was the Emperor. Remember that?
Yes, that was, you did have a fantastic Emperor.
Oh man, but it scared kids. So I was, there it is.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the opening of the mall in Kyber Cave.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but
that was,
how could you be scared with that smile? Come on.
I had to get the right mask to be able to get that so it could move with my face. The other one just like stuck on there and held my face together.
Right. So let me ask you, since you've done that was your first one, and Palpatine, I mean, Palpatine wears the thickest of robes, right? He doesn't just wear like a simple thin robe. He's got like a double layered, super thick house coat, house coat on Hoth type of like robe. Like, I'm sure you learned from that first experience maybe to go with lighter costumes, or like, I mean, because I remember you did one event with us. We did the march in downtown Sassoon. We were doing a parade, and you were, I think were you Palpatine for that one?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were, because your son came as a Jedi. And I was just like, man, dude, you got to be burning alive inside there.
It was more the foam latex that was killing me, because it was just like, it was on my face and I'm sweating through it. You could see the sweat coming out of the sides of the mask, but like obviously it was foam latex, so it wasn't like it wasn't gonna sweat through it. And then when I pulled it off of my face with the glue remover, that's when you saw all the sweat come off the mask, like it was wet.
Oh my god!
Oh man, it was terrible. it was nice. I mean, it was nice to do that character, because there was a lot of for adults and for people who love Star Wars, they never see that. So so it was nice to do that, but it wasn't friendly.
Did you do the voice and everything?
Yeah, I did the voice. We did at the mall. There was a staged fight between two Saber guys. It was Devin and Ivan. Remember them?
Right.
Yeah, they were like, and I guess the theme was these two guys were going to compete to the death, and to be the new Sith apprentice. And so I had to stand in this. I guess you know the Fairfield Mall where you have to go up the stairs and there's like this big platform there.
Right. So what it was a 2-level mall, and then so there was a set of stairways that went up to the second level, but it had like a platform kind of midway that you could kind of stop and rest as you were going up the stairs. So the battle was going on downstairs below him, and he was standing up over the rest of the audience.
Yeah, and then I had at that point I had a speaker in my mask, because luckily the silicone mask that I got, you just throw it on like Mission Impossible, and you just kind of pat it to your face and it'll move with your face.
Wow.
It's so crazy because it gets warm too. So like you're like when you're touching it, you're like, oh god, is that skin? but no, I had a mic in my mask, and then so my one line was "Do it," and then it was like, so that turned out amazing. But it was just like I felt like I was like I had lips on top of my lips, so I had to learn how to talk with a bigger mouth.
Right. Well, that's something that we don't really hear, a lot of cosplayers talk about is, I know with like Vader Kev, he has like the voice box. Well, actually he has the little buttons and then the box. So he has like direct lines and stuff. But when you're trying to talk and you have like latex on top of your face, do you have to kind of learn to talk differently?
Yeah, because the silicone part. So my first mask, remember, it was like I didn't have a mouth for that. I had a chin, and then it went to my nose.
Right.
But, so I could talk perfectly. But then when with the silicone mask, because it's weird. It sticks to your lips. So like
Uh-huh.
so you have to kind of talk like this, and it was just hilarious. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll talk bigger with my mouth bigger and see how that works. And then it turned out amazing.
Right.
It was weird.
Now you do a variety of characters now, but like now that with the new movies and everything, Palpatine came back out again. Did you bring Palpatine back out of retirement, or is he still one?
No, I have him in a box. I should,
you
right?
Need to, yeah.
I have him in a box, and I have the robe. In fact, my wife made my robe my first time out. So the one that you saw is actually made by Christine.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and then
before she was your wife.
Before she was my wife, yeah. Before she was my wife, and it was just
cosplay can bring people together.
Right? Look at that. Yeah, and it was great. We didn't see her a lot, but she did a lot of work, and all the Mandos and Mercs, they have vests made by her.
Ooh. Light bulb.
I'm getting ready to hit his wife up for to maybe help me fix mine. So yeah, I hear she's incredibly talented.
Yeah, I totally forgot that she did like all of the local peeps like stuff.
Yeah. Everybody in I think Northern California, if they have a vest that looks similar to another guy, it's definitely her, because some of them make their own stuff, but then she has a trademark build, and so if the piping is a certain way, or if the zippers are hidden in a certain way, then it's her.
Wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. You know about the one that I'm doing right now, right?
Yeah, you're doing that pilot for Mando.
Well, yeah. Well, I have that, but there was a second one that started after that because I was gifted a Mando helmet. So I want to do. I'm doing Marvin the Mando, like Marvin the Martian. Yeah, but as a Mando, dude.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, dude. So so I got to talk to her about a vest.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're gonna.
You gave me a picture of her.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
That's her. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Her.
Yeah, and now how many? Because obviously now this is really cool too. To talk about. Pardon me, couples and cosplay. Do you guys cosplay together? I mean, obviously not during the pandemic, but I mean, you guys go out on troops together?
We do, actually. We do photo shoots, and we do visits and things like that, dressed up, and then we do the photo shoots are meant to promote our group, and then we go and we do charity work, and a lot of times we're dressed up, and when we're not dressed up, they wonder who we are.
Right. People only know you by your costume. But how is that? They say that you should never work with your husband or wife, right? But how is it to troop with your husband or wife?
It's actually a lot of fun because my Dooku and some other soft costumes are all soft, so I'm able to handle Vader, Kev, and Christine, because they have armor and everything. So I'm actually their handler also.
Oh, wow! Okay.
So it's actually nice. It does not obstruct from it doesn't keep us from still being who we are. But I think what you're talking about is if you go out and troop with your girlfriend, next thing you know, you see somebody in a slave Leia outfit, and you're like, oh,
well, I wasn't actually going that direction, but since you're there, go ahead and cover that ground, my friend.
Basically, yeah. So it's not hard for me because it's just me and my wife. But when it comes to I've heard stories where these guys are just like, I don't know if I should have come by myself. And I'm like, I was like, no, just stay over here.
Right. Actually, it was kind of funny, not to get too far off topic, but Dawn, our tech at Kyber Cave, and I literally were just talking today about like dating and like the apps and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, like, why don't you do it the old fashioned way? Like, meet people at things that you're interested in. You know what I mean? If you're interested in like Ren fairs and cons and cosplay, like, to me, that's the best place to to find a mate, because you already know they're not going to like be mad at you for your geek.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I met my husband. We were doing acting, and I was offering improv classes for those who wanted to do cosplay. And I was doing tutoring, and he kept signing up for my tutoring classes. And I was like, "You don't need the tutoring." And he's like, "Yeah."
Right. Yeah.
Rest is history.
There may have been different motives there.
Yeah.
So, Chris, how many characters do you do now?
Currently, I've done a lot of Dooku lately, because that's what I've been asked to do. But
Is that your favorite one?
Right now, yeah, actually, because I'll tell you, I got conned into this. This didn't start off as a me thing. It was so it was Kevin. It was Vader Kev. He goes, hey, you should totally cosplay Dooku. I'm like, and then he talked to somebody else, and then they're like, yeah, no, he'd be great. And then our friend Tim goes, hey, if I buy you a lightsaber, will you cosplay Dooku? I'm like,
wow.
Maybe. So he went and he got me this Black Series.
Wow.
And then Kevin lost it, and he goes, hey, so I know how to get you, I know how to get you to commit to this thing. He went and he Neo it? He did Neo it. I actually, that's what I was, yeah.
Turn it on.
So, So it's unstable. It's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, I love the unstable blades.
Yeah. So this is a Vader Kev thing.
Wow. Yeah. So at that point, you can't not do the character.
Yeah, and they did it to me again. So I'm gonna let you in on this on my next venture.
Ooh. What do you got?
So this is probably not going to happen for another few months, and it's another Tim thing, but it's also another Kev thing, because Kev's going to Neo this. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So hint, it's a lightsaber.
Well, I knew it was a lightsaber. I'm just trying to see who it was.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing OB.
Yeah, old Ben.
You're doing. Oh yeah, old Ben. Yeah. So you're sticking with the gray beard look is what I'm noticing a theme here.
Yeah, people love it, and it looks. I think I look good in gray. So I mean,
I have to say, I have to throw up one of you with the hair. Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that dapper gentleman. Man,
that was my first draft of Dooku, because I just had to hurry up and do it. But now I have this awesome cape and the jacket, and it's just amazing.
Right. So now, do you find, like, is it easier for you to talk to kids and stuff? Are you not freaking them out now as much?
Yeah,
now that you don't have
definitely.
like the mask.
Yeah, exactly. Because what happened was, remember that birthday party I was talking about? I came as a Jedi Master, and I showed him how to use a lightsaber that you were giving away, right? You're giving away Kyber K was giving away like their little toy lightsabers that extend and things, and then so we put him on we were at a gym, so we put him in a floor mat, and then we kind of showed him how to do different things with lightsabers.
Right.
No, yeah, that one was very memorable for me, because that was like it was basically I guess it was a salvo, really, because it was this kid who had no friends, and then they were like, I think he was autistic, you said it was.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then nobody was coming to his party, but then Van told the parents that oh no, we're gonna have a bunch of Star Wars characters, and then now everybody wants to come.
Right.
Yeah, and the dad just appreciated the heck out of it, and I was like, this is why I do this.
Right. And that was kind of at the beginning. Well, that wasn't near the beginning of your path, though. You had already been doing cosplay for a while at that point, though, right?
Yeah, but that was like my first time not being the Emperor, because we talked about like not scaring the kids.
Right.
Yeah, that was my first time not being the Emperor.
Okay.
Yeah, but before the Emperor, it was like Beetlejuice and things like that. So.
Oh, I think we actually have the picture for the birthday party. Cool.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I don't see anything on my screen. Oh, there it is. Yeah, dude, I love the bobblehead Mando, dude.
Yeah, that was Richard. He's amazing. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was at the Train for Life Center. Oh my God, that seems like so long ago.
Right? And what was funny was, dang, I was like maybe 100 pounds overweight there.
It's amazing how just a little bit of time things change, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
Right.
how long have we known? We've known each other what, like 5 or 6 years now?
Yeah, well, like I said, Kyber Cave. This month will be 3 years that we just started. So, and
Okay,
I don't.
so it was right
I
before
did not
then.
know you before Kyber Cave. I didn't know anybody. I was just a sheltered little boy.
It just feels like
Okay.
forever with him.
So wow, I felt like it felt like a long time because I feel like when I met Van, it was just like we hit it off right then, like we knew each other already.
Right. We just started doing stuff, dude.
Oh yeah, we just hit the floor running. We're like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Yeah, okay, call me. Yeah.
Right. So let me ask you, now that you've done, so how many? I apologize. How many characters did you say you do now?
Now I do primarily Dooku, but I do like Beetlejuice. I do I do a Resident Evil. I guess they call them. They're like Chris Redfield. Oh, there's Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to Ghost with the most, and then there's Resident Evil stuff. There you go. And then I do basic pirates and Viking things. I don't know what else I do. I'm sure
That's
there's
totally right. Oh, dude, I actually was going to talk to you too about some side stuff too, because I remember you did the Viking and the pirate stuff.
Oh yeah.
So you know,
that.
on the side here, Kyber Cave is doing our new. We have a new saber line. We're producing our own sabers, and the one of the first designs we have is a scabbard. So it'll be a very pirate-looking saber. I was like, oh, dude, you got cosplay for that, dude. I was like, I need to get some shots of you with the saber and like maybe you and your wife like battling.
Oh yeah, I'm into that.
Oh yes, there it is.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
that's gonna be one of our first designs. Obviously, it'll be metal, not all plastic and such. Oh
right.
yes.
Oh.
So when we move into the warehouse, these are the things we're going to start working on. But the whole point of the matter is when I was thinking about like doing a little commercial for the scabbard, I was like, oh, dude, I need to call Chris.
Right. Oh no, dude, I'm in. No, that looks amazing, and I'm like that looks like some stuff that I would be into. I still have the two Ripper blades that I think you said they don't make anymore.
Right. Ripper Blades discontinued a few of their lines.
Yeah. So I put those in my color changing ones just to make it look cool.
Yeah, and you have the Nebula too, right?
Yes, I actually
That is actually one of my favorite blades of all time. That thing is so gorgeous.
Here's the Nebula.
Ooh.
This is let's do it. Here we go. So like it lights up like that. Yeah. And then
everyone is individually handmade.
Yeah.
It's almost reminiscent of the Dark Blade, isn't it? It reminds me a little bit of the Dark Blade.
Yeah, a little bit, but also it's got bubbles and stars in it and stuff. So it's like to me it reminds me of space or sea.
I love it on purple and white are my favorite colors. Or green looks really good on that too. Purple, white, and green gives it like just a really spacey look.
Yeah, that's a teal. And then, this blade is just something else.
Do you wear that with any of your costumes, or do you use that out at cons or anything?
I don't. My wife does.
Oh.
I do the other one. Yeah, this one's orange. This is how she likes hers. It's orange.
What does she use it with?
With her Mando.
Ooh.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, and then
Very
with
cool.
thanks. And then with the other one, the one that Van did say was actually discontinued was this one. It's the katana with the Suba.
The Suba, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is actually here's the green.
Yeah, that is gorgeous with the Suba on there. What's up, Mr. Kevin? Good to see you, sir.
Kev's on?
Or Kevin Hogan, not Vader
Hogan.
Kev.
Okay, because I was like, wait a minute, we're gonna talk after this.
That's Sith Cat. So okay, so do you have your wife? You said obviously she does the Mando. Do you do any helmeted characters?
Yeah, I have a Mando in the works right now. I got a guy called Jeff Green who actually does this for a living. He makes armor. So in fact, a couple people I know actually got armor from him. I've got this Boba Fett slash retired World War II kind of a crop duster look, and so it's basically it's yellow chest, and blue other things, and then red gauntlets, and he's working on my helmet now. I don't know if you've seen any helmet progress things on Facebook. He's one of those guys.
Right. Wow,
So.
that is fantastic. Hey, Little Body is tuning in right now. That is Jason. Jason's out in Arizona. Jason, who was the other person that helped start Kyber Cave. He says, "Nerds." Which is kind of like, as we would drive by, because Kyber Cave is on downtown Main Street, Fairfield. When we would drive by and see other Kyber Cave people, we would always yell out the car. We'd yell, "Nerds!" So that's what that was about.
Wait, Jason, the Saber guy?
Yes, the floor instructor. Yeah, that was him.
Where's he been?
Dude, he's in Arizona right now.
Oh man, I haven't seen him in ages.
Say Juan, what is up, yo? There he is. What's
Jason,
up, Little Body?
Actually, what has been your absolute? So the Dooku's your favorite go-to, but like, what has been your favorite one to put together? Is it Dooku? Dooku.
This is the one that actually. This one's actually been the one that I've worked on most. But actually no. The Resident Evil one's pretty cool, but I can't go outside with our tactical gun gear. But no, there was a point where it's on hold, but I'm gonna do I'm gonna do old Han, and my wife's gonna do Leia. So I painted this up recently.
Nice.
So,
hey, and you see Vader Kev is on, right? Red Blades for life, baby. Yeah.
Right? There he is.
Vader Kev is actually someone we've had on the show before. Go ahead.
And speaking of Vader Kev, you have to explain this here.
That's Vader Kev. That's the one. That's the guy. Yeah, he's a buddy. He lives like 10 minutes from me, so we hang out a lot. But that I'll explain that. We bring every time we go to somewhere big, we bring the Infinity Gauntlet, and it's always Kev that wears it. So that's been a thing.
And Kev has done several things with Kyber Cave. He's done several of our charity events and other things that we've done. So we love Vader Kev here. Every time I see him, that man has invested so much money in that costume. It is absolutely amazing to me.
Yeah, I remember when I introduced you, you were floored.
Yeah, I'd never seen a costume like that, and now it's even more amazing.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, no, he's upgrading. He's definitely, he's living up to the name Vader Kev. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met him, and it's so funny because I've heard so much about him over and over again.
He's a sweet guy, real sweet guy. Trouble is, he puts on his outfit because he's such a sweet guy. He puts on his outfit to try and look like that mean fella, but when you take off your helmet, you're like.
He came out when we went to the bar, in the Tiki bar. He was there.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't dressed as Vader, but
Yeah. He was dressed as something else. Okay.
Right.
But,
hey,
everybody was dressed up that night. We met and didn't even know that we met before.
Right, because you guys met that night.
Yes.
Yeah.
She goes in. We're in line, and she asked me, "Are you with us?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm with the other group." And then I should have said, "Yeah, we're with Kyber Cave," but I was like, "No, we're with the other group," and we had like a bunch of us there, and then so yeah, come to find out, I'm like, "Oh."
You are in our group. It's just our group is a lot bigger than I knew it was.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'd never met her before, so I didn't know what she was talking about.
Right.
So I've never met her before. I never saw her before. So I'm like, am I with a group of who are you with?
I think that's just this cosplay syndrome, right? Like you take off everything, or you have everything on, and you're like, who the heck are you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's how that is. So my wife brings an ID card with her Mando helmet on it because when she's dressed up as something else, she goes, "Hi," and they're like, "Hi," and she goes, "Oh yeah, no, I'm this one."
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. That's a really good idea. I never thought about how you handle that with armor on.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you have coming up? Anything that you are working on now? New stuff, or as cons are opening back up, or do you have any big plans or ideas?
Well, we're still so we're with the Legends of the Galaxy. We're you know Dynamat, right? He's a radio show
Yes.
host. Yeah,
Yes.
it's his outfit, and we do that with him. We do photo shoots and charity work. So we go in costume, and then we do the photo shoots, and then we go and we'll wipe down. We went to the Oakland Air Museum, and we do little charity works there, and then just wherever they need us, Matt will just say, hey, can we do this, and then we'll be like, yeah, sure. So
Right.
so we
And
we
I've
bring
seen a lot of your photos too at the air museums too. Those have been cool photo
yeah,
shoots.
there's places that are there's times where there's called open cockpit days where you can actually get in some of the planes. But we do that sort of thing. We do cleanups and stuff. We might be doing the USS Hornet soon. Oh, look, there's me and Kevin. Yeah. And then no, it's just good stuff. We have a photo shoot coming up on the 12th. We're gonna do that. We invited Miss Phoenix here, and then she's gonna finally meet some of the people that she's heard of, and she hasn't really clicked with yet. She hasn't really met. So
Right.
she's like, oh, I know this name and that armor. So let me go and let me go say hi to them. And she's gonna meet my wife for the first time. So they're gonna talk about her vest, and then I think yeah, we have some stuff going on in July also, but nothing with cons yet. Just little charity gigs. We're gonna go up to. Some of us are gonna go to Reno sometime in July and do some cleanup there. But we're also gonna shoot there.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. So that kind of thing.
I think it's been the travesty of the pandemic, right? I've known some of these cosplayers for a year and never met most of you in person.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, you're that green Jedi, right?
Yeah.
So that was part of the conversation last night. We're like, yeah, you're that green Jedi. I remember that part. But
Yeah.
Right.
then I didn't recognize her in line at the tiki bar.
Well, I was a Sith. I went all Sith that night.
Okay.
She was rolling with the Kyber cave and didn't want to be the only green blade out there.
I saw you guys walking up, and I was like, that looks really cool, because there's like 6 or 7 of you walking up like just from around the corner. We're like, okay.
Right. That was definitely a fun night. We also had distance nerding out there with us too.
In fact, James just commented from Distance Nerding. Hi, James.
What's up, James?
I was going to ask who the bald guy was, but there's like all of them.
That's it. Yeah, that was our tech, Don.
Don.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the Saber guy.
Okay,
he
gotcha.
fixed things.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I met him. He's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. You want your lightsaber to be pretty. You better be friends with him.
Right?
Well, he's got Vader Kev. He doesn't need us.
Yeah, you gotta keep it in the family kind of thing.
So, hey, Chris, if people wanted to check out more of your information, if they wanted to see some of your cosplays, or find out about some of these charity events that you're doing, how could they get more information about you? Oh,
okay. Well, so right now we don't actually have a public page yet, but my personal page is on Instagram. It's Ghost with the Most. You'll see basically my whole life on there, but a lot of it has my cosplays and Saber things. Definitely look up Vader Kev. He's always up to date on everything. Also, I think you're looking for Dynamat also.
Yeah, and Dynamat has a lot of that beautiful photography.
Yeah, he gets some really great photographers. We have people like, I don't know if you know Luke Chang.
I'm not sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, he does a lot of our photos. Annette Wamser. It's just amazing people, and there are a lot of people that would charge a lot of money for this thing, but they're doing it for charity as well. So it's just really it's just really nice to get to know some of these people, and then you learn who your resources are really. You learn who the resources are and who to go to, and then don't even try. Like the good thing is that when we go to these places, we basically go, okay, well we're gonna pay this much so that we can pay for the venue and for the photographers, and then it's pretty simple that way, and it's really nice that we like to give back because we're getting, so we like to give back as well.
Right,
so.
That's so cool. Well, I am excited. I can't wait to see all your new photos, especially with your beautiful gray.
Right.
Maybe we'll get that Obi-Wan out this year. That'll be perfect for the end of the year because we got Obi-Wan coming out is it the end of this year or is it next year? When does the Obi-Wan series come out?
Oh, I don't know. But I haven't actually seen the dates, but I know that that's something I'm absolutely excited for.
See, you got to get it ready for when Obi-Wan drops, dude. You got to have your costume ready. I think it's next year.
Yeah. I'll definitely be doing that. But like you said, there's a pattern. I guess I'm going to be doing Old Han as well eventually. So.
I'll do Maz. We'll keep the old going, and I'll do Maz Kanata.
Oh, there you go. Can't wait.
All right, my friend. Hey, I want to thank you for being on with us tonight. It is always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, it is fantastic talking to you. Hopefully, we will see you out there on the con circuit as we are freed from our prisons.
Right. Yeah. No. Definitely. We'll meet up sometime and we'll get everything together.
Beautiful, man. Thank you for everything you do. Take it easy.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Phoenix.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace. All right, drop us out, Ez.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Obi is coming out. Little Body says Obi is coming out next year. Yeah, I'm gonna be excited for that. That is gonna be so good.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to Loki too. Loki is coming out
next week.
Next week.
Yeah, like 5 days from now.
Exactly.
There's been leaked video of the Obi-Wan set, which is so exciting. I guess they're trying to recreate the stuff in Tunisia where they originally filmed.
Right.
And it's I don't know if they're filming out in Southern California, which, it looks a little bit like Tunisia. So, hopefully it looks gorgeous. They're just showing,
I heard they literally built like a village somewhere out, but it, like in New Zealand or Scotland. I don't want to sound like a dumb American. I realize those are on very different parts of the planet. All right, so don't at me with anything. But it's some place that's like. Because it was someplace that they were building a set that I was like, oh, that's not what you would traditionally think of as a desert place. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. Yeah. I'm not quite as versed on the Obi, but I will be excited to see all of that when that drops. Hey, so we had a little bit of, as you may have heard earlier, we were hoping that our special guest for tonight would be able to get things worked out. Does not look like they're here, but we have somebody fantastic anyways who happened to be watching the show, and I am very excited to talk to. Who is that, Miss Veronica? Miss Phoenix?
That is the awesome, the amazing, the absolutely big as life Commander,
Mr. Tony Negron. How you doing today? Is he there?
Good.
Bring up Mr. Tony Negron.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
You're all backlit beautifully with beautiful lights behind you and stuff.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, that's my armory. I figured you guys dragged me out of bed because I was in bed with my wife. And then of course the guest that I recommended didn't show up. So I guess it's only fair that I have to come on up here. You guys know I love you all. I love the cosplayers. I love everything that you guys are showing on about all the different communities. I mean, seriously, I'm a combat guy, but the cosplayers, the flow guys, all just freaking awesome. Some of the flow guys I know because I belong to a whole bunch of different groups, and so you get to see them, and they're always fantastic, and they work hard. I'm trying to talk Paul Pop into becoming our flow guy. But being an electrician and having 4 small kids, I don't really think he has the time.
Right.
You guys are just awesome. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, man, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know if I can save your program. By now, they're saying, who's that old fart on there? Let's start hanging up.
Oh man, no, people will remember you. So let me ask you about that. We've had some of the flow artists in the past say that, you know, sometimes they feel like some of the combat people look down on them, like they're looking at the flow and saying, oh, you know, that's not practical, you wouldn't use that in combat. But for example, the artist that we had on tonight, Eric Sai, to me, when you were watching his movements, I could see a lot of attacks in there. Now it's a lot more showy than you would probably use
right.
in a real.
Right. So there are rule sets, and we've talked about this before, where they're more flowy and showy. So like our rule set at Aiken Academy sits, the flowing would work in really well there. Maybe not TSL, maybe not light speed, but then you go over to ASL and those they would work. But basically they're two different arts, and there's no reason whatsoever to ever look down on the flow guys. They have to work hard to do what they're doing. You guys know Michelle Smith, right?
Oh yes, of course.
Oh yeah.
And you know, right? The ultimate in flow, the goddess herself.
Right.
I mean, so you know, you can't. And then Mike Starwalker is as a choreographer. So we got flow, choreography, you know, combat, cosplay. I mean, you can go on. It's an amazing thing once you get into lightsabers. It's a whole world wide open to you. At Aiken Saber, we do a little cosplay, but we do it for like school events and things like that. And I get my fat ass into a thing. I'm usually a Sith, and Trey Paula gets to be the Jedi.
Yeah, I know. He's got that Simply Jedi page or whatever.
Yeah. But he fits in. I'm the bad guy. He's the good guy. But that's how it is in real life. But then we do cosplay, and then he'll do a little bit of a flow thing for the kids, and they love it. But we're not at that level with Mike in choreography, and nor are we at that level with most of the flow guys that you have on. They're pretty freaking amazing. So
now, remind some of our people what exactly you teach at Aiken. If I were to walk in your front door and say, I would like to take a class here, what could I expect to find there?
Or first of all, it's a real school. I treat it like a school, and that's just my military background. So we have our own system for combat. It was developed strictly for schools called SIT, Saber Integrated Training System. And it's really inspired by LSOT in England with an ASL, right, which is my brother in arms. Got to give a shout out to him. We talked not too long ago. And ASL FFE from the French, you know. So we have 2 bouts per match. Each bout is inspired by one of those rule sets. And it's because Faisal, myself, TPLA for ASL FFE, TPLA is the US brand of it. We all think that lightsaber combat should be a flowing, movement-oriented thing. We're a little bit different because we're constant combat. So we had new students today. They came. They're in the SCA community. A mom brought her kid in, and you know, she's a rapier person. And by the end of the night, you know, we were doing combat. Her and I went at it in our sit system with foam swords. I was, you know, and I thought we caught her by surprise because it's a pretty intense workout.
Right.
To capture the best of both worlds. But Aiken Saber Academy, the group, is more of a clearinghouse for all things lightsaber. You guys both belong to it. You know, I put everything in the world into that group so that people can learn about lightsabers, lightsaber techniques, lightsaber combat, Star Wars, everything nerdish that's kind of fun gets put in that group. So if you want to learn strictly where to buy and what to buy and how to buy or how to learn, you don't have to learn from us. So I'll point you to Lightspeed and the Heartbeat because they have an online course. I'll point you to TPLA because they have an online course. That's kind of our mission of our group. So we've grown. We're now over 800 members. We're as big Lightspeed International now. Now we got a ways to go to catch up with Saber Legion. They haven't noticed this yet, but that's kind of my goal. My goal is to spread our own combat system out and about to everybody out there. I watch you guys on Saturday nights when you do your thing. It would be perfect for your new people. You guys are smacking the heck out of each other with heavy blades.
Right.
You know, and SITS or ASL or even LSOT with medium blades would work really well for you guys.
Okay.
But listen, you guys are listen. You're doing it your own way, and that's all to it. I watch them, and I have to shake my head because these are just people walking in the door and they're trading, and I watch you guys, and I see them in the middle, and I go, oh my God, he's going to run right into the post. But I have as much fun and joy, and you guys have seen my group. I post a lot of stuff from our own. You guys know we're doing it. We're a school. We're a private school. I have no intentions of going and doing it. Is that covering you? Because Apple software update just covered my face on my laptop.
Oh no, we can see you.
I think they don't want me to talk. Because I'm using Microsoft. But yeah, I mean that's what we do. But we're a clearinghouse too. So I will point people when they are looking for. If I go to Saber Combat group page, and for some reason they're not connected to anybody, and they'll say, "Where is somebody in Connecticut?" I'll point them to TSL.
Right. I feel like you're a really good ambassador. You seem to be like the person that linchpins or like ties other groups together. So, in fact, a lot of amazing interviews that I've had on this show have come through people that you knew that I used your list of resources, and they've been absolutely fantastic. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Ezra from Bendu was great. Of course, Kyle from Kai Sabers was fantastic. Both those guys were great. You got to get Matt Torres on. I think he's out in Texas. He's like on a kind of a wild man. He runs around barefoot in the snow.
That guy's a flow artist, right?
He's flow, and he's doing something called Savage Sabers. I've got sometimes I want to just correct him because he was trying to introduce people to his Savage Sabers, and he was whipping a 3/4-inch blade into a heavy bag as hard as he could. Well, if I was a new person looking to learn lightsaber, I'd run as far away from that as I can. But I think he'd be a pretty good interview. I think he wants to be a master instructor, and I think he'd be a pretty good guy. Listen, Phoenix contacts me all the time, and I tell Phoenix, hey, this is who I think you should get. If you can't get them, let me know, and I'll be happy to text them. Your two that were supposed to be on today, I think they're a fantastic couple. I don't know them personally, but I see what they're doing, and they represent TPLA, but they also represent cosplay, and she's really big in TikTok videos and stuff, as I showed you. So they really would have been a fantastic interview, and they just seem like nice people. So
it sounded like we just had some technical issues, and we'll get them on for a future.
I hope so. I hope so. I generally watch a show when I know somebody. When I don't, then I go to bed early because I'm an old man. But watching Faisal was required viewing. I mean, he's such a dominant force. He called me about 3 weeks ago and he was trying to talk me into adopting LSAT here in the United States.
Right.
Because it's his system plus. Right. But we had a long talk because I really, philosophically, temperamentally, I really, really like the guy, and I really like what he stands for. I mean, I think he's a stand-up kind of guy. Dude,
I will tell you what, man. I don't know what it is about that, and even like I remember the night we did our interview with him, like Phoenix and I were talking after, and I was like, dude, that man just like exudes this, or he's like Qui-Gon Jinn walking on Earth, dude. He just exudes this, like, like you just want to stare at him and listen. Like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
totally.
he handles that mustache kind of thing going back here.
Puts his hand through his hair like that all dramatically.
He was wired. He had a lot of coffee that night to stay awake. But yeah, he's and that's what we need. Saber Legion had their share of issues, and we certainly in the community we have some bad eggs. But for the most part, the leagues, the groups, they're all trying to do a good job. I think the problem that I see in the world is there's not an overarching kind of umbrella where we all fit.
Right.
And it's kind of a shame. We're all out there individually, and we'll never get to be bigger than we are unless somehow we can attract the outside world to see what we're doing.
Right.
That's kind of like my mission. How do I attract people to go either Saber Legion or Lightspeed or anything else? You know, there's some amazing people like Kang Snow. You know Kang.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
I can't say enough nice things about him. I think he's done something brilliant out there. But we're not getting big enough. And the pandemic certainly hurt us. It hurt my school. We went down. We had kids graduate. We were closed like everybody else. We're building back up. We just picked up another family. I don't ever want to be more 15, 16 people in our room anyway at one time. So we're going to be a small school. Where our presence is big is our online presence. I'm looking for a documentarian right now to do a short documentary about our school because none of us have the technical ability to do it, to put something together and you know, so we can go out there and live in the social world out there. And maybe we start more people, and then I can start aiming them to whatever is closest. That's sort of my mission. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't help us either when you get people who build lightsabers, you know, kind of rip people off.
Yeah, now that you're talking about it, this is not something that I've had to, that I've talked to anybody else about. But since you brought it up, let's talk about that. I think it's a really interesting topic. It seems like lately, and I've been around the Saber, community for the last 3 years, and I've seen this happen a couple of times. In fact, with one of the Sabers that I have, it was the medieval Saber, and I know, that one got, a lot of people got burned on that one. We're having Sabers out there right now. People aren't getting their stuff on time. What do you think that does? I mean, do you think that hurts the Saber community in general? Do you think there's too many lightsaber companies?
I absolutely think that hurts. So you get somebody who buys. I don't really want to badmouth any companies, so I'm just not going to. But let's say they buy an American brand, and they're one that's prevalent throughout the internet, and so you can guess what I'm talking about. 6 years later, they haven't got their Saber, and they're brand new, and nobody's answering the texts.
Right.
And, so it's a marketing, it ends up being, and when they do get it, they have trouble. And so they give up on the whole thing. So there's a guy who is not going to flow. There's a person who is not going to do cosplay, who's not going to do choreography, and is certainly not going to get involved in combat because they're disgusted. How many of those are out there? Who are sabers after a movie? Go ahead.
I absolutely count myself lucky to have access to someone who knows how to fix lightsabers, and not everybody does. And these things break. Yeah. Like even not smacking them around that hard, they eventually do break or stop working. And, when a saber, in fact, I think that's how I got involved with you, Ark, where I was seeing all these messages on boards saying, don't go with this company, don't go with that company. And I messaged Kyber Cave because I said, it's got to be a local company where I can, if I break my saber or it doesn't work, I can go get in their face. Be like, fix my saber.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a $600 saber that I'm not going to badmouth the company, but they're not here in the U.S. and they're not Chinese, and it came broke. It was $600, and it took me a while. It sent it back. It was like $35 to get it through customs to get back. It came back. The speaker was broken, so something else was broken. So on the third try, I got it right. And it's got so much technology in it, and they say you can fence with this thing. You can't fence with this thing. And so I don't. It's a hanger queen. I pull it out every now and then to make it change colors and stuff. I read somebody yesterday on the comments for somebody that they gave somebody $1,600 for some kind of specialty thing, and then the guy basically ran with the money. And it's a company that we heard. So that hurts us all. And this is why the guys that I recommend, Bendu Arms, not my favorite combat saber, but what a great saber. I just ordered a staff from
and a high quality company.
High quality, best chassis in the market, period. And Andrew is just terrific. And now he's getting bigger. So Bendu Arms is really growing. The saber, I still will say, is not the best combat saber, but I use mine for cosplay. But it works. It works all the time. It's well built. And frankly, now I can use my saber. I can use the chassis part of it as part of the staff when I get. I can't wait to get that staff.
Right.
I've got like 2 Ultra Sabers, hooked together for staffs. I got about 5 of those. And
And as far as I know, he's the only one that offers a lifetime warranty on his blades as well.
Well, he makes some really good NeoPixel blades. I will give him that. But YTD is flooding the market with retailers. So Crimson Dawn is one of them. And I will say Crimson Dawn outgrew their capacity to be able to do things. But they seem to be I got the Vanguard. Let me show you the Vanguard. I've got two of these now. It's a nice saber. It's not my favorite.
Right.
My Excelsior is my favorite of these.
Yes.
But,
Me too.
It works. I actually have two of these now, and it came broke, and they made it good. They made it good. They got me another one, and they're trying. They're just growing so quick. So if I had to recommend somebody to buy the Chinese sabers from YTD,
that's a LGT, not YDD. By the way.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Big difference.
Again, now old and you dragged me out of bed, so this is what you Crimson Dawn's okay, but they're having problems getting their deliveries out. But I trust them as a company, and I would use them. Of course, my favorite's going to always be is Kai. Kyle is an honest family guy. He's always stood by, but he's kind of a one-person show, and he's growing. And because I recommend him, he's getting more orders all the time. And so he may have to hire somebody, but boy, he sure is. He makes a great combat saber. I don't know much about Mando, but one of my students has a Mando saber and a Mando pike.
Right.
And it seems like a pretty well built saber. I saw, and it's being used by TSL. It's their saber of choice now. It seems like, so between Mando, Crimson Dawn, Bendu, and Kai sabers, those are the ones I'd recommend, with Kai being at the very top. But if you want something for cosplay, and if you really want a good NeoPixel, I think I would go with Bendu.
See, by the end of this year, you're going to be adding Kyber Cave to that list.
Listen, I know you're going to build sabers. If you want to build one for me to try, send me one to try. If you want it back, I'll send it back to you, but I'll be happy to try it, and I'll tell you what's right or wrong. If you're building a combat saber, I would say stay the stunt and don't overcomplicate it. If you're building cosplay or flow, then put all the bells and whistles in it. It's simple. You saw what Bendu and you saw what Kai is doing. So if you're building sabers along those lines, it'd be great. I mean, we're always looking to do that, because these guys the rest of them are killing our community.
Right. And when you're talking about that too, it's unfortunately, and hey, I want to say really quickly, because somebody had made a comment earlier. Celestial Alchemy, he will be giving you information at the end of this, so hold tight. You will be able to get information in a little bit. I just didn't want you to think we were ignoring you over there. But yeah, and unfortunately, it's not just these smaller companies too, right? Some of the biggest names that you know of in lightsabers, I literally have been waiting 11 months for one of my orders right now from one of the big name companies. I won't say who that is. And then there's another big name company, that you constantly hear about people getting shipped their things, broken. And then when you send it back to customer service, it's like another 6 months before your saber actually gets back to you.
Everything is slow now. Everything is slow because of the parts. You can't get cars. Now you probably can't get steaks. You can't get wood. I mean, wood is like gold now. I can't even get my fence fixed. But still, then tell us the truth. Another company that I like, and I've only got one of their sabers, is Saber Trio. And they had some issues, and they put it out there. This is the issues we had. So I would recommend Saber Trio. I've got 8 Shivas by Pack Store. So if you're going to go with a bigger company, I would buy definitely from Pack Store again, and I would definitely buy from Saber Trio. The problem is you got to pay the postage. So, now you're adding $40 on to the cost of getting that. Now, Pack Store has a local representative here, Lynn, and Lynn's been a joy to work with. So I think he keeps a warehouse filled with more popular items here. Saber Trio, I think they're in Malaysia, but they're honest. They're out there. We're just opening up. It's going to take you this long. And so that's real. My staff, I mean, Ben New Arms was up front. It's right there how long it's going to take to get it, and I think they'll put it in within the time that they do it. So that's why I recommend you guys. And you know, you're in the business. That's your competition.
Right, exactly. And Say Wong was even bringing up there, you know, not just with everything, but you know, it even affects with lightsabers because we're having a chip shortage right now. So one of the things that we're dealing with is when we're starting to build our sabers right now, we're only offering them empty hilts because we don't even know if we have the ability to get our hands on chips to you know, wire these things up.
Right, and then there is a little bit of a market for empty hilts.
Right.
But, you know, but the average person wants a saber that it just works right off the bat. I never doesn't. My son was in the Army, and he bought me a Saber Forge saber from, and he sent me an empty hilt because he didn't know what he was doing. So now I sent it back, and it cost me as much as he paid to get the dang thing with stuff put in. And frankly, I love my son, but this is not a combat saber. I mean, this thing has got points and edges all over the place.
Right.
And I bring it when I do a show. I bring all my sabers with me so that I can have the same discussion with the audience and steer them away from things like Disney sabers.
Right. Yeah. Right.
The outside plastic on the inside. So that's an important topic. I mean, you've had makers. Oh, I see Phoenix has got something up in the air. What do you got?
Yeah. This is. You know, we always have our sabers with us.
Well, I've got all mine behind me. But
right.
Man, I think you guys, you know, if that's the one thing you can do is you know, identify and let's ostracize the ones that aren't being honest, you know, because they hurt everybody. They hurt the fighters. They hurt everybody else in here by not being honest about their products. If you have a supply problem, well, then admit you have a supply problem, and it's going to be 8 to 10 months before you get a saber. And it's a shame that it's 8 to 10 months, but it's everybody. Everybody's in the same boat. Kai's in the same boat's going to take you a while. Bendu's in the same boat's going to take you a while. Crimson Dawn, at least their webpage shows what's available. I buy all my blades from Crimson Dawn. They've got I don't know where he gets his soft blades, but his medium blades are the softest ones I can find, which are perfect for school. So I just ordered six more, and that's where we get ours. We were buying them from Custom Saber Shop, but then you got to get the tips separately, and the tips. Some of my guys have hard heads. You hit them with a saber, the tips fall off, and then we've got tips all over the room. We broke. So thank God for Custom Saber Shop. They're an amazing. It's an amazing thing for us, but. I can't deal with tips flying, and we've got them glued and taped on, and they're still flying all over the place.
Right.
And you know, Phoenix and I have had a little bit of discussion. I want to put a big shout out for Phoenix. She tells me everything she does. You guys need to like bow down to this young lady here because unless she's lying to me, she's pretty amazing.
Hey, I told you, man, she's the brains of the operation. I'm not even gonna lie about it, dude. She just makes me look good. That's all.
I get away with things like, you know, Phoenix, you're not only smart, but you're cute too.
Yeah,
you can't get away because you're a young guy.
Yeah, we work together, so I'm trying not to get like a charge against me or something.
You're the boss. You can't do it. But you guys, listen, I appreciate you having me on again. Aiken Saber is just doing just fine. I'm gearing up a couple guys. I'm pretty old, so I'm gearing them up in case of, and so that this thing will keep on going, whether it has me or it doesn't have me. So I have a couple goals, and one is to kind of build us up to about 16 to 20 actual students in there. I am only doing one night a week. I am not going to do 2 or 3. I'm not going to do little kids. I'm not going down. I want to teach teenagers and above.
Right.
And the second part is my second goal is really to get our SIT system out there and people to try it. It's not hard to learn. So it's going to be the simplest thing to learn and try it. And then the third thing is to continue to make that group page a clearinghouse for all things lightsaber, so people don't have to start their own groups and then they die. Anything I can find that I can put on there that's interesting, I put on there. And you guys have been following us. And so I
repost stuff all the time from your page.
I appreciate that.
I'm hoping to see more of your stuff online. Like I'm hoping to see your content because I wish I could travel at light speed and go to see you and learn from you. But distance is always a really tough thing. And yeah.
Well, do you train at all? Do you train in combat at all?
Oh, I'm actually trained in saber fighting a little bit from college. But
Same background as I have.
Yeah. I didn't do it as much as I wish that I had done it. I dropped out the very last year because I wanted to finish strong. So, but yeah, that hurt me, and I really been wanting to get back into it, which I'm seeing more and more stuff online from different places, but hopefully see more of your stuff online because I would love to learn from you.
Yeah, well, you are, if you're a college saber fencer, then really light speed is an easy transition for you. And you're in the right place to learn light speed. The problem with light speed, like the last time, the tall athletes always have the edge.
The distance, the height advantage.
Yeah, SIT system takes care of that, so you don't have to do it. But it's kind of a good place for you to start because it'll make you quicker and faster. And you already know how to cock your wrist and hit somebody with a saber. So I would recommend, Phoenix, that you train with light speed and then kick some ass on some of those boys down there.
I'm actually really disappointed that I don't see more of the lean in when because when you actually do fencing, right, you get low and you lean in and bring it in, and I don't see any of that. So I'm kind of hoping like maybe I'll go and teach a little bit, show those boys how to do it.
Maybe you have some technique and skills. You can bring some new stuff.
Yeah, wherever you are, you do it. And Ark, I want to see you fence some more. I don't know why. Watching you fence just gives me such joy.
Do I need a gauntlet? You and I can fight sometime, Ark.
Yeah. Hey, you were talking about goals for this year. My really big goal is I want to have the first national touring saber team. So I want Kyber Cave to sponsor a team where at least once a month they're going somewhere to go fight somebody.
That's what the Saber Combat League is trying to do, and I haven't heard much about it. I don't know if the pandemic stopped them.
Right.
I think they had a good idea with that, but I think because there aren't enough clubs and stuff that it's kind of hard. If I ever get out your way, you guys are in California, right?
We're in Northern California.
Or if you guys ever get this way, I'll train one of you in our system so that you have a way of going back. So if you know our system, then you know LSOT a little bit, and you know ESL. So
Faisal is talking about giving us videos, tutoring over. We just haven't gotten our end together. We have a lot going on getting the new warehouse, so
you guys are so busy, and I understand that too. I can't imagine how you're doing it because that's a lot to put on your shoulders and run with. You got the show, you've got another show coming up after dark, which I have no clue what that's about, but I'm totally curious about.
You might not want to be our friend anymore after you hear how we really are.
The first couple episodes, I think I'm going to put I think I'm going to go ahead and wear buds or something like that, so my wife can't hear what you guys are saying.
Right. Make sure the kids are in bed.
The grandkids. But so you guys are doing really good. I mean, I'm rooting for you, and any help I can give you, I'm running out now, Phoenix. I'm out on people, to suggest. You still got to get Pole on here, only because his ego. And I hope you get the Faulkners back because I think you'll find that they're very, very interesting people. And I'll just keep watching your show. I think I made a recommendation. I look at your YouTube list, right, Phoenix, and nothing is identified who was on.
Yes, we got to get in there and label that. That's all work that needs to be done.
Right.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, because some of those people are really well. I mean, the Faulkners are really well known, and Christian Castro. These guys are well known, so people will look them
Christian
up.
Castro's fantastic. Yeah. We've had him on as both a flow artist and as a Saber company. So we've had Christian on twice in different segments of the show.
Right. I think he's making contact flow sabers.
Yes.
I contacted him the other day because that is one thing I don't have back in behind me. I've got,
right.
I don't have anything, and I kind of sometimes I want to learn how to do what they do.
Right.
It's so cool doing it. But I mean, they're so add the names. Phoenix can do it probably, and just go back through them and add who's there, because you had some pretty cool people on there, and I'd like to go back and sometimes rewatch what you have. And for the cosplayers that act like what's her name, who's in part of Saber Legion. I mean, she's
Lexi DeGraff.
Yeah, she builds stuff. So it'd be nice to go back and rewatch her again, because she's a really talented lady.
Multi-talented.
See what you could. Yeah. All right. Like I said, anything I can do to help you guys, just let me know. Tell us when time's over, and I'm going to go back to bed.
All right. Hey, well, for Celestial Alchemy out there and everybody else, before you take off, let them know where they can find your information there, Tony, how they can get in contact with Aiken.
Yeah. The easiest thing to do is go to Aiken Saber Academy group page. So you'll see a dragon on it with a guy attacking the dragon.
And that's on Facebook.
And that's on Facebook. And then you can message me from there, or just comment there, and I'll contact you. I have people contacting me all the time. We have an email address, but nobody's going to write it down. They want to be emailed email address. So, it'll be like that. But listen, guys, it has been just a real pleasure again.
We love you. We love you.
Anytime I can help, there's always subjects I can talk about. So
and of course, having you on for a bigger project, hopefully soon. But
the one you and I have been talking about.
Yeah.
How come I don't know about these things?
Yeah, that would be a good one. That would be a good one. All right, we won't talk about it here, but I hope you're watching this. They've got some big plans, bigger than me. So stay tuned. They're an amazing group of people. This is the best show on a Friday night that you can watch.
Oh, thank you. All right, we love you, Tony. Thank you for everything you were doing for Aiken and for the Saber community as a whole. We appreciate all of your knowledge, and I feel very fortunate to know you. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. It's a privilege to do it.
And it's an honor.
Thank you so much. All right, get back in bed. Tell your wife we said sorry for getting you out of bed.
All right.
All right. Ezra.
A bunch of awesome interviews tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for Tony coming on and saving us.
Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to see Dezo and Anna Faulkner. They are with Gulf Coast Saber Academy. Hopefully we'll get them booked for a future show. And then I'll definitely look you up on Facebook. Yay. I love making connections. So hopefully we'll get them on a future show and find out more about what it is that they do. I really like interviewing these husband and wife couples because, it's interesting to find out how they do it as a team, and how, a lot of times, like I said, you always hear don't work with your husband and wife, but they've taken something that's a passion and made it, their business. So I find that very interesting. I
think the couple that sabers together stays together, right?
Sure, we call it couples therapy. Yeah. Come in Friday nights for couples therapy. We will give you all the safety equipment.
In other words, there is no safety equipment. You just beat each other up.
You said you were doing the dishes. All right, y'all. We will be back again next week. We apologize for any difficulties. We're going to get this on track. Stay tuned. We will have more information for you about the new Kyber Cave warehouse. We will have more information about when we are reopening our storefront. Hopefully, we can get some battles going again outside in the park. I would love to do that. And then we have Kyber Cave After Dark, too, that is going to be rolling out eventually. And then what, Ezra, you got like 2 more shows with us?
Potentially 3. Potentially 3. I'm trying to get my boot camp date changed to the 28th so I can go in with one of my friends because I have to quarantine for 14 days. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
We'll see.
Well, we've got Ezra for a few more shows, and like we had said on last week's show, because Ezra is going to be leaving, if you are interested in hosting on Kyber K Presents Saber Rattle, and doing a host doesn't mean you just get to host and look fabulous. There's other work you have to do. It's called PA work, right?
You become my Padawan.
That's right. You get to become her Padawan, but you also get to host, be on air with us as well. If you are interested, you can live anywhere on this planet. I don't know if we'll get reception if you live off the planet, but if you live on this planet, we can definitely work with you. Phoenix lives about an hour away from where Ezra and I are right now. James Kaiser, our wonderful flow producer, he lives like 7 hours away from where we are right now.
About 4 or 5 hours away from us. Yeah.
From you, maybe.
From me, yeah.
Yeah. What? Oh, at any rate, never mind. He's in Oregon. He's in another state. So the point of the matter is, if you are interested in being a part of this show and want to be a part of the show on a weekly basis, let us know. You can contact Phoenix, or you can contact me, or you can contact Ezra, but not after 3 weeks.
We need someone by the next week and a half.
Yeah, we'd have to do some training and stuff like that. We've got to beat you in properly. It's like getting jumped into a gang.
Pretty much.
Kyber K will put out something pretty official pretty soon, and we'll be putting out feelers and looking for someone. We're basically looking for anyone that has maybe a little bit of experience or wants to learn. I'm willing to teach. I've had 13 years of experience in film. I am absolutely looking to pass on my knowledge any way possible that you want to learn. Tell me, and I will teach. So if you don't have any experience, you'll become my Padawan for a little bit, and be a host and come and play with us.
Woohoo! Learn how to run a show that airs every week all across this planet. So, all right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I think we're running a little bit over, but I think it was a fantastic night. I love spending time with you two every week, and we will do this again, same bat time, same bat channel next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.